you are. Cool.
Hey everybody, it's Geoff from Tabletop Nights here with Jonah from
Curly Bros Games.
Curly Bros Games. So he's the designer and publisher of Tremor, which is just funded on Kickstarter, I believe. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your game? What style of game is it?
Okay, so it's set in a post-apocalyptic world destroyed by climate change. And what you're doing is playing as the ancestral spirit of an animal species. There's a whole bunch of different ones to choose from. And you're trying to get them to their last remaining natural habitat on the opposite corner of the board.
Awesome.
So we call it a chaotic strategy race.
Cool. So what sort of mechanisms does it involve?
So it's a lot of tile manipulation. Now every single disaster manipulates the board in a different way. So a cyclone moves your tiles in a square. A tsunami swaps tiles. And so what you're trying to do is reorient the disasters and manipulate the board in a way that's going to be best for you. The catch is everyone else is doing that too.
Right.
So you might surf a tsunami forward and then just get tornadoed a little bit further back.
I've always wanted to surf a tsunami.
That's right, me
never
too.
had the chance. Now's your chance if you ever wanted to do that.
That's right. Okay, so this is one of our prototypes. Essentially, you're playing as one of these animals. There's a whole bunch of different animals, and all of these disasters move the board in a different way. So, say you're on a cyclone. The cyclone shifts in a square. If you're on that square, you move with the cyclone. Same deal with all the other disasters, right? They all have their different ways of moving the board. Now, these animals have different abilities that are going to help them along, move them in the board in different ways. But on your turn, you can add something to the board. You can add something to the spirit board. So the spirit board essentially is full of these different disaster wedges. And when you get to 3, you can activate any disaster on the board that's been revealed. Throughout the game, you reveal more and more disasters. You'll get more and more opportunities to manipulate the board in a different way. Okay, so essentially, when you get to 3, you activate a disaster, but you compete for this thing. So this is kind of like an area control. So once people get 2 on a wedge, that's their disaster.
Right.
So you have to be good in terms of spatial awareness and pattern recognition on this board, but you have to be good at resource allocation and area control on that board. So people have different strengths, and you end up with people who do really well here and struggle a little bit there, and vice versa. And some people are good at both.
How do you win?
So you win by getting to the opposite side of the board.
Right.
Easier said than done, given what happens throughout the game. Yeah.
Very cool. Impressive.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is raise climate change awareness through this game. So we're actually planting 5 trees per game we fund on Kickstarter.
Yep.
And so
That's
far
awesome.
we're up to about 850 trees.
Oh, wow. Cool. It was good to meet you, and good luck with the rest of your Kickstarter campaign.
Thank you so much.
Hope it goes really well for you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.